Welcome to our virtual classroom. Join me for some fun learning. I am reading, look at me. Time to put the toys away and listen to what I say. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. This is the front of the book. This is the back of the book. This is the spine. This is the spine. This is the front of the book. This is the back of the book. And this is the spine. And this is the spine. All right. Well, I sang the story time song the last time, but I didn't read the story because we got so caught up in listening to music for Black Music Month, which is in June in America. But now I actually am going to share the story of rap. And I have a few songs that we are going to listen to as well, just so we can have some examples of what this story is talking about. And I don't know if you noticed my ancestor back here, but my ancestor is wearing a hat that says Illmatic. And that hat, in the name of that, Illmatic is the name of one of the rappers who had an album, and he named it Illmatic. So that's why my ancestor is wearing this nifty top. And I also showed you our instrument the last time, and I showed you our tambourine. So let's learn more about the story of rap. And when we come to the artist who had the album named Illmatic, I'll point him out to you so you know who he is. So last time in where we listened to music, we talked about MC Lyte and the fact that she was a very young rapper. She was 12 years old when she started rapping. So let's find out more about the story of rap and what is rap. You've probably heard rap on lots of different things. I know that I've heard rap songs on plenty, but there is an insurance commercial, a Geico commercial, that uses a song by a group called Salt-N-Pepa. So they are other female rappers. They were two women, and they were female rappers, and they had this very popular song, and it is in an insurance commercial. All right, so it says, rap was born way back in 73 in New York City at a house party. That kind of rhymes. So I think this is going to be one of those books that raps to you a little bit. Does anyone know, before the story tells us, what this man here is doing and what this boy is doing here, what type of dancing it is? I'll let you see, do a picture walk. You may know. The story is going to tell us a little bit about it. And he is down here dancing. All right, let's see if the story tells us about it. If not, I'll tell you. So it says it was born way back in 73 in New York City at a house party. DJs mixed beats for dancing crowds, speakers thumped, and the bass was loud. So he is a DJ. And he is mixing beats, and the bass was loud. DJ friends would make up rhymes, telling stories line by line. And so the guys who would tell the stories line by line were called the MCs, or the rappers, the MCs. So you got the DJ and you have the MC. These rhymers were the very first MCs. No one had ever heard songs like these. See how it rhymes? Then came the great Grandmaster Flash, who taught us how to mix and scratch. So, what he is actually doing with what the DJ is actually doing with the records that he is mixing is called Mixing and Scratching. And look, got another person down there on the ground. They haven't told us what that kind of dance is yet. If they don't, I will. 80s rap came to stay, and Run DMC walked this way. So there is a famous song, and I think I've seen Rock This Way in a commercial too, and they mixed it. So in one of our other story times, I talked about inclusion and how we can mix things together. So Walk This Way is a mix between a rap song and a rock and roll song. And I remember because I was telling you guys about Prince and how Prince had this guitar shred, which usually you only heard in like rock and roll music, and then Prince had it in his, and how we include things is called inclusion. And they had a very, very popular song called Walk This Way with a rock group called Aerosmith. Then straight out of California, we tuned into NWA. And some of you might know some of the famous rappers from NWA like Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, and Eazy-E. And if I'm guessing, I'm saying that this is Ice Cube, this is Eazy-E, and this is Dr. Dre. They were all a part of one group called NWA. The new sound spread so far and wide, no one could stop it, but people tried. So now, as hip hop is growing and people are starting to enjoy the music, they want more of it. There were a couple of people, protesters, who said, "We don't want rap." And look at them. No rap. Ban hip hop. Rap out. Oh my goodness. So they didn't appreciate this music. They did not want to include it, right? They wanted to exclude. Then soul met hip hop with A Tribe Called Quest. Tupac faced Biggie as East Coast battled West. My son loves A Tribe Called Quest, and we love Biggie and Tupac. And so remember, before I showed you and I said I grew up listening to when I was maybe around a teenager, so I like to listen to, I listened to Mary J. Blige, and I also listened to Lauryn Hill, and I told you I listened to Prince, and I even shared that we listened to Michael Jackson. But on the rap side, we listened to Tupac and Biggie, A Tribe Called Quest, and some NWA, although I wasn't a big NWA fan. I listened to maybe a little NWA. So let's see what else it tells us about rap. 90s rap held a message. There were rebels with a cause. Everyone was listening to Snoop Dogg and Nas. And so Nas is the artist who had the record called Illmatic. Lauryn Hill, you heard me say her name. There she is right there, and she is depicted in our book. Lauryn Hill had a voice that could make you cry, and Missy had the moves that were super duper fly. And so I let you hear a little bit of Lauryn Hill when she was singing the doo-wop, when I was trying to tell you that that's a little bit what bebop sound like. Now Kendrick's Staying Humble and Kanye's Showed Us Yeezus. And I really like Kendrick Lamar. Jay-Z has the flow that will never ever leave us. And you guys all probably know that Jay-Z is married to Beyonce. Remember I showed you Dreamgirls and I said that this is a remake of an older movie. And this is supposed to be a story about a girl group, kind of like the group Diana Ross was in called the Supremes. And in the remake of this movie, because there is a Broadway play that played all the time and was sold out, and it had so much good music in it. Well, this is a remake. But anyway, there's so much to share with you guys. Jay-Z is married to who? Go ahead, answer and tell me. You know. Beyonce. And Beyonce is in this movie. And she's right here. That's Jay-Z's wife, Beyonce. And also in this movie is Jennifer Hudson. She actually got an Academy Award for her role in this movie because she sang and acted so well. Also, a few singers in this movie who do different things, who are comedians, Jamie Foxx and Eddie Murphy. And Eddie Murphy is famous for always making fun of Michael Jackson. He has some pretty funny lines. All right, so Jay-Z is married to Beyonce. And it says, rap is for the people. Just like from the start, it's more than music, it's a work of heart. And this is a rapper named Eminem. And I think this guy is supposed to be a rapper called Coolio. The end. So that was a short and sweet wrap up. There's get it, wrap up. They wrapped up rap in this story about the genre of black music called rap. And so I want to play a few songs that talk about, and they talk about in this story, and that will bring together what the story talks about. So let's start with this. This is one of the first rap songs I remember hearing. See how the beat changed? Mixed up the beat for us. It was doing one thing, and now it's doing another thing. This how you used to wave your hands in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the crew, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. See, I am Wonder Mike, and I okay, so that is a song called Rapper's Delight. And you heard him say move your feet. Let's get back to that, because the boy in this picture and the person in this picture are doing something that's called break dancing. So break dancing and rap used to go hand in hand. Every time you saw a rap video, there were people in there and they would be popping, doing the robot, all type of hip hop dances. Like now you have, oh goodness, let me hear, Millie Rock. That's a hip hop dance, right? Let me see, Hood Baby. Those are hip hop dances. Okay, so then we talked about Run DMC. And I wanted to play you a little bit of Walk This Way, because Walk This Way is one of those songs that included, that mixed and included rap and hip hop. So let's see, Walk This Way. Remember, in the story, let's see. Hear the scratching? Now you hear the rock and roll. So that is the beginning of Walk This Way. And let's see if we can get to the chorus, because in the chorus, you'll hear the rock and roll singer, Steven Tyler, who I love, is going to scream out some lyrics. And he's screaming in the way, the genre rock and roll. That's the way they sound when they sing. Let's see. Oh, there it is. All right, so you heard a little bit of that. Remember, we're just getting a little bit of everything, but you can always find a trusted adult, a loved one, and they can let you hear more rap. Let's see. How about Nas? Nas. Remember I told you about Illmatic and some of the songs that Nas has, and that his album was called Illmatic, right? That was his first one, I believe, was called Illmatic. And let's see if I can play you a song from maybe not Illmatic, but let's see. I think I have a song. Oh, I like this one right here. Let's listen to it. You probably have heard this one before. Hear the beat? You hear a little piano? So that's a little bit about Nas, and he was giving children a message that you can be whatever you want to be if you work hard at it. All right, let's see. Let me see. I'm going back to the story to see if there were any other people. We heard a little bit of Lauryn Hill. Oh, I know. I wanted to look at our last picture and see if I see someone who's supposed to be like LL Cool J. I don't think any of these guys are supposed to be LL, but I'm going to play you one of LL Cool J. Also was a very, very popular rapper when I was a girl, and everyone loved him. As a matter of fact, the LL stands for Ladies Love, because ladies and everybody loved his music. He was very cool, and he had a very famous song that girls like me used to love. Here it is. I'll let you hear a little bit of it. Your mom or your dad, they might know this song. So that is called Around the Way, Girl. All right. And then one more song for us that was a very popular song. My sister used to love this song, and I'm going to play it for you. And this will be our last one. There's so many examples that I could give you. I'm thinking of all of the songs that I want to play for you, but I would encourage you to find a loved one and trusted adult and maybe ask them, what kind of music did you listen to when you were growing up? What kind of music did Abuela listen to when she was growing up? What kind of music do I like? Is any of the music I like a remake? Remember I told you that the Dreamgirls, was a remake? You can find out if any of the music, because in hip hop, a lot of the songs that we hear came from other artists like, where is Al Green? Like Al Green. They sample and they mix it together. Oh, I'm thinking of so many songs that I could play for you that you probably would be like, oh, I know that song. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. And remember, you are the you in unique.